Welcome back. This week we are going all in on this new strategy called the Gainers Fund, which is essentially buying the top 40 top gainers every morning. These are stocks that are up 20 to 100%, and we're collecting a bunch of them. Then we're going to hold them for a couple hours and then check back and sell midday. So this is just an experiment. I've never done this before. And basically the idea is to have a diversified daily top gainers. So the market opens at 9:30. We're going to be buying between 9:40 and 10 a.m. 1K each. We're not going to be shorting. These are all gainers. We're going to set a stop loss of 10%. I know that's a huge loss, which is why we're diversifying. And these stocks, they're shooting up and down 10% all the time. And then we're going to check back at noon. If anything is over 10% up, then we're going to sell half and set a stop loss of where we bought at. And then we're going to check back at the end of the day, about a half hour before the market closes, and close out all of our positions. We're not holding anything overnight. We got our watch list over here of gainers. On Tradingview, they have the market movers. Over here, if you select top gainers, I'm also going to take into consideration the trending stocks on Stocktwits. I don't know if this is going to work. It's a total experiment, but we shall see. All right, the market is about to open here in 30 seconds at 9:30 a.m. We are under this little fire symbol right here, percentage change gainers selected. So this is yesterday's. This should be updating right now when the market opens, and getting a buy order ready. We're not going to start buying for another 10 minutes though. So we're buying about $1,000 worth of it with a stop loss risking $100. And that's a 10% loss right there. And I'm just going to keep going, keep adding a bunch for the next 10 minutes here. Okay, so we're going to start buying now. We're going to start with SE. You can see I'm not paying attention to what it's doing. Sometimes it's shooting up, sometimes it's shooting down. All I'm doing is simply buying all of the top gainers with a 10% stop loss. This one we're doing really good in. We're already up 10%. But again, we're not selling. We're just letting these go. Okay, we could try to go in again on Fufu. This is the only one we got stopped out at so far. So we have about 20 so far. You can see this is the percentage gain or loss. This is our total P&L on the day. So far, not really working that well. All right, so Fufu got stomped out again. Every time we get stopped out on this, it's a $100 loss. So we would be up on the day if it wasn't for Fufu over here. Such a funny name. Okay, so these are the only ones that I'm interested in buying right now that I think might offer a good opportunity. And so what we're going to do is we're going to wait half an hour, and then we're going to check back in, and we're going to continue buying more. Okay, just an update here. We're up like 35% on PHUN over here, and that's kind of making up for a lot of these other losses we took. So it's now been almost an hour since the market opened, and we got stopped out of most of our losses over here. And what this strategy kind of relies on, this is just shooting up like crazy right now, is to have one of these stocks that was just holding that's going to be up, like 100% on the day or whatever it is. Okay, this is now just pumping. It looks like it got halted, and we are almost a break even because of that on the day. This one massive win right here, we're up 47% on it. So I'm going to check back here in half an hour and let you know how we did. I'm not selling anything yet. Okay, so just an update here. The market's been open now for about 2.5 hours. And basically we have these two big winners here. We're up 31% and 28%. Something that is trending this hard and this fast, it tends to go down the second half of the day. So part of the strategy is to sell half of my position on these big winners. So I'm going to cancel the stop loss over here. I'm going to sell half of my position. I'm going to set a stop loss where we bought at. So I'm just right clicking directly on the chart, trade, sell 47. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other big winner over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just let this strategy play out now until the end of the day. About a half hour before the market close, I'll check back in, let you know how it went. Okay, so we might get a break of this huge win right here. This is up 60% on OCEA, and it is currently trying to break its all-time high. It might squeeze again over here, and that's kind of the point of the strategy, right? It's that you get these big winners over here and you just like let them run all day. So we are up 120. This is again just a test with a smaller position size, so it would normally be a lot more than that. What I'm thinking about doing right now, it looks like this is now squeezing up again, is to sell another portion of my position size. So I'm going to be selling half right here on this level. Okay, so I just sold another half there, of course, right before it pumps up higher. Usually what happens there. I'm getting ready to exit out of all my positions here in about half an hour. But for the remainder of this one, I just want to protect this bigger profit. So I'm going to set a stop loss right here. And for the other big winner, it looks like it went down considerably. This is where we sold half over here. Okay, we are here at the end of the day. And it is time, my friends, to call it quits and sell everything. Okay, so that is it. We sold everything. Looks like as we were selling, things were starting to go down already. So we ended with $121 profit. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow, and I'm going to be increasing my position size. There's a couple things I learned today that I tweaked. If I would have actually bought, I started buying at 10 minutes after the market opened. But if I would have started buying right when the market opened over here, then in most cases that would have worked to my benefit. So I'm going to start buying at 9:30 instead of 9:40. Today I did 1K position each, and tomorrow I'm going to do 2K. A mistake I made this morning is getting back in Fufu over here. I love that name, Fufu. So if I would have bought at 9:30, like I just changed the plan to do that, then obviously this would have been a win. But went in right here at about 9:40 and then got stopped out. Decided I wanted to give it another shot and then got stopped out again. So I'm definitely going to, if I get stopped out the first time, just kind of leave it alone, take it off the watch list. Looks like OCEA is still pumping over here. Since I sold my last little bit, it's up another 7%. I think at some point this thing's going to drop like crazy, which is why I sold, got out while I could. I know that this whole strategy is kind of silly, actually, if you really think about it. Kind of ignoring technical analysis, but it's pretty incredible how much technical analysis just doesn't apply, especially to stocks like this that are just seem to be shooting up and down for no real reason, not really respecting resistance and support. I think the whole thing is a really interesting idea to basically have like kind of like an index fund of all the stocks that are acting in that way each day. So we'll see you again tomorrow where we'll do it again. Till then, later.